Thanks, guys. Fox News alert. Late breaking news on the legal push to find Lois Lerner's lost emails. So a short time ago, a federal judge saying he wants to know exactly what happened to her hard drive. At the same hearing, the conservative group True the Vote asking that the IRS let a computer forensic expert investigate exactly how those emails were lost and examine whether any of them can actually be recovered. Hi, everyone. I'm Gretchen Carlson. Welcome to The Real Story for a Friday. It's a big news today because those missing Lois Lerner emails also leading to the IRS having to go on the record and under oath. Because remember, yesterday, another federal judge telling the tax agency it has just 30 days to explain in writing how nearly 2 years of her correspondence simply disappeared. Joining me now to discuss these breaking developments, Republican Congressman Charles Boustany from Louisiana. Great to see you, Congressman. All right, so a lot of developing news with the IRS in just the last 24 hours. Let's go back to yesterday's ruling that the IRS has to provide sworn testimony about what happened to those emails by August 10th.
Well, I'm very pleased with that ruling. I think it's going to help us in our efforts to really get to the bottom of this matter. You know, almost everything that has been revealed in this investigation has come from our Ways and Means Committee, but it's been very difficult to get down to the bottom line on this. We've not had a lot of cooperation. We've had to force it out of the IRS. And now with this federal court ruling, I think it's going to help us immensely. And putting a strict timeline on this under risk of perjury is really important.
All right. And now today, True the Vote, another organization, just came out of court a few moments ago. They want a forensic expert to be able to go into the IRS and see whether or not any of these emails can actually be recovered from this so-called hard drive crash. What do you make of that?
Well, I agree with that. We want a forensic expert outside, independent, to look at this. We also want access to the other hard drives that crashed involving other employees. We haven't gotten those answers yet, and we're being stonewalled by the commissioner and others at the IRS right now. I know the Treasury Inspector General is looking at this, but I'm not satisfied with that. I think Congress needs to have a look at this. We want outside experts because we don't buy the IRS story.
Right.
But we also expect all these other agencies that Lois Lerner had communication with to turn over their emails and documents.
But here's the problem, Congressman, is that members of Congress have not been able to get their hands on this stuff. As you just described, they're being stonewalled. It appears that the only way this information is going to come out is by groups like Judicial Watch and True the Vote going to a judge and having the court order it, right?
Well, I think hitting it from every direction is important. We have gotten important information. Most of the emails you have seen that have made it into the media, emails that have given us revelations about Lois Lerner and what she was doing, have come from our investigation. We're just not satisfied with the pace in which we're getting the information. And we have found that they've withheld information and then given it to us later.
Right.
The fact of the matter is, we're not going to stop. We're not going to stop until we get to the bottom of this. And if the court system's involved with judicial rulings, I love it. I think it's great.
Okay.
I also want more investigative journalism. We need to put the pressure on because we're going to get to the bottom of this.
All right. So if you just thought that it was about those missing Lois Lerner emails, now it's been revealed, and I know you've been writing about this, that there was an IRS employee apparently suspended because he or she was campaigning for President Obama.
Well, that's right, and this is completely unacceptable. It's a violation of law. This person was put on a 100-day probation. It's my view that this person ought to be terminated from that position and not allowed to work for the federal government. This is something that is untenable, should not have happened, and it needs to be harshly punished and discouraged.
Well, to quote you, you say the IRS is totally out of control. The congressman from Louisiana, Congressman Boustany, have a great weekend. Thank you.
Thanks, Gretchen.